have a quick recap of some of the most important topics for your general study paper for UPSC mains this time. Now, the first topic that we would touch is agriculture. Agriculture has been a very important topic in light of the recent farmer protest and the three bills that have been passed. What kind of questions can actually come from agriculture? First is about contract farming. The next is about subsidies and a global scenario. So, in a while, we will understand the subsidies and how those have been removed in various countries and the repercussions. The next important topic here is stubble burning. The developments with stubble burning, what are the new ways under which solutions could be brought about, and water guzzling crops can actually be reduced in the regions of Punjab and Haryana, or a compressed biogas, that is CBG, can be manufactured rather than CNG. So shifting to CBG from CNG is another important aspect that we need to understand. Besides this, we also need to focus on contract farming. So another important topic here is contract farming for agriculture, how the benefits of the contract farming would come, or the case studies as we have seen in the regions of Africa for the coca planters have come up, where actually the farmers have suffered a lot at the cost of the companies. So those are the kind of case studies we need to bring about in answer writing. It's good if you are able to jot down global case studies. It gives a deeper impact to your answer. Now, coming on to the next important thing in agriculture is the innovations. So innovations in agriculture are again important in order to bring in sustainable development. For example, India has itself started with the concept of SAP or hydrogels. Now these hydrogels are basically left in the open field, and they have an ability to retain moisture for longer time, and this would actually sustain crops for longer durations in the dry months. So regions facing drought would be having a benefit of this. Again, we can bring up examples from countries like Israel, which has been working in the Mohave Desert to bring about a revolutionary development in agriculture. Some of the major developments that we have seen in Israel are drip irrigation. Then we have seen water recycling. Up to 86% of the water gets recycled. There is higher use of biopesticides and biofertilizers. So moving towards organic means is another important aspect. We have seen with the green revolution that the proportions of chemical fertilizers have increased significantly in the regions of Punjab and Haryana, which ultimately deteriorated the quality of the soil, leading to soil salinity that was seen. And also with higher consumption of water, there was the issues of gray zones being developed, that is reduction in the groundwater table. So again, water becomes an important aspect that we will touch in a while, but the idea here is development through organic means, so biopesticides, biofertilizers, then bringing in AI, robotics and sensors. So robotics, with the help of robotics, the robots can actually pick the fruits from the trees directly, requiring a lack of manpower. But in the case of India, where we have a huge amount of manpower, we can have alternate sources and alternate development means, which mainly focuses on use of organic means rather than using machines. So machines should be used as a supplemental tool. So that is the kind of innovations. There have been numerous developments. Let's take a simple case study of pomegranates. Now pomegranates was grown in the region of Israel. The farming area was only 300 hectare, which was increased to 2000 hectares with two simple techniques. One was automatic peeling machine for pomegranates, which actually was patented by Israel and later on supplied globally because it was in huge demand. The second reason was, since pomegranates are rich in antioxidants, so the juice of the pomegranates could be made because of the easy machines that were developed, and this could increase the production further. Also, there was increasing the shelf life of the fruit. So those were some of the examples that were seen, and there are numerous such innovations that have been seen in different parts of the world. You can bring about case studies from any of those, and with the help of predictive analysis with minute accuracies, that even a single insect sitting on the plant could be detected with the help of the tools and the techniques and intelligence networks, there could be better development of agriculture, and similar techniques could be applied in countries like India. The next is farmers' protest. Now, protests are not only unique to India, there have been subsidies globally that have been given in the farming sector. Let's talk about some of the major nations. For example, UK had ample of farmers subsidy, but after the Brexit, what happened by 2024, the subsidies would halve, and by 2028, it's believed that all the subsidies would be removed. And this process, it is believed to have said that it would reduce the farmers' income to by 60 to 80% in United Kingdom itself. Similar protests were seen in New Zealand, where in 1984 there were series of protests that were raised after the subsidies were removed. Similarly, we have seen China. China was a net importer of food grains till 2004, but later on, since 2006, after a massive subsidy program that was released by the government, the agriculture actually boosted, and China became more or less self-reliant in agriculture. But there have been a huge amount of subsidy. It's believed that only 54 countries in the nation put in nearly $2 billion per day as a support to farmers. So that is the amount of subsidies going in. And India has been one of the nations which has been working with MSPs, that is the minimum support price, and direct benefit to transfer, among one of the leading nations which is providing highest direct remittance to the farmers' bank accounts through the PM Kisan Yojana. So those are some of the important points that we need to understand globally, and how the scenarios have changed with the concept of contract farming coming up. And New Zealand is one of the nations which has done remarkably good at the Canterbury Plains with even after the removal of subsidies, and it has a significant proportion of exports from agriculture and dairy sector. The next is Brexit. So separation of UK from European Union, the rest of the nations, is what is Brexit. So exit of Britain or British exit. Now it took nearly 4 years for this Brexit to take into account, but there had been important impact on the economy. The first is job loss. A huge amount of job loss has been seen, where labor shortage has been projected in UK, and there would be British young workers who would be the worst hit because of this Brexit deal, because they won't be able to find even employment in the remaining European Union nations. So those are the ways under which the economy gets affected. As we already discussed, agricultural subsidies is one of those. And then since there is a Brexit, there would be UK would no longer be part of the customs union and the single market of European Union, which would allow kind of tariffs and quotas to take into place. Now similar thing would come up with the vaccination, and since the Pfizer vaccine was being manufactured at Belgium, after the Brexit, that is after 1st January, it would become difficult for the procurement process. So therefore, UK instantaneously ordered a huge supply of vaccinations from Pfizer, and it was nearly a goal to vaccinate nearly 20 million people in Britain before, or get that much vaccines before the Brexit deal actually takes into account. The next is vaccination itself, the topic on vaccination itself. Now in vaccination, we need to understand few of the things that can be very, very important for your examination. First is the various technologies under vaccination, the phases of vaccination, the trials, the first phase 1 trial, phase 2 trial, and the phase 3 trial that happens in the process of actually bringing vaccination for human beings. So those are some of the important kind of questions that could be asked. Now Pfizer vaccine is unique in itself, Pfizer and Moderna, because they are based on mRNA technique. It's believed that if this techniques, which has been working for last nearly 10 years or a decade, if this gets successful, it could bring in successful cures for diseases like HIV, AIDS, and cancer as well. And it acts on the spike protein, and the mRNA vaccine would be highly effective unless and until the spike proteins are mutated. So till the time the spike proteins are not mutated, the mRNA vaccination by Pfizer and Moderna, believed to be much more successful than other vaccinations. So those were some of the major topics that we have focused on. Now coming on to some of the very very important topics, very very probable questions for this time's mains examination. So first is questions related to climate change and environment. Now we have done studies of Changpas, who are the people, the trans nomadic tribes of Ladakh, and they basically prepare houses made of the yak skin. But over the years we have seen that there has been tremendous change with the climate change, sudden changes in the climatic condition. The population of the goats and their animals are basically reducing to a great extent, which is creating a danger for the survival of Changpas as well, and they have shifted to army tents rather than yak tents that they used to prepare. So that is one of the impacts. Then we have done a case study of Vanuatu. We have covered case study of whales, Arctic permafrost, which are some of the very very important topics. Now with the thawing of the Arctic ice, the permafrost is melting, and that is releasing more microbes and more carbon into the atmosphere. So it is believed that this carbon emission would be much more than the fossil fuel emissions that actually take place. Similarly, the changing patterns of lifestyle are affecting climate change. For example, the processed food, the semi-packed foods that are available in the market have significantly higher carbon footprints as compared to the locally grown fruits. So fruits and vegetables, so poultry, meat are some of the things in food consumption that have significantly higher amount of carbon footprint. So climate change, carbon footprint, climate related migration. So climate refugees that we have seen, we have taken the case study of Bangladesh in our previous lectures, where we have seen nearly 1/4 of the country was worst hit by flooding. That was seen in 2020 this time. And because of the climate change, there has been a significant decline in the variety of rice and wheat that is grown in the regions of Bangladesh. So people are shifting to alternate cropping patterns and alternate crops that could be grown. So climate change related case studies, as we mentioned, very very important. This time Paris Agreement again becomes very important. The next is Article 370. We have covered separate lectures for geography of Leh Ladakh, the various divisions under Leh and Kargil, very very important. The recent visits by the dignitaries in the region becomes important for your map location questions as well. Then coming on to the health scenario, in the January Kurukshetra 2020 we have covered an issue of nutrition and health, which is very very important, that focused on the general health and well-being. However, after that we were worst hit by the pandemic, and the questions related to pandemic no doubt becomes important. So bats as one of the carriers for zoonotic diseases. Then we have seen the rising cases of bird flu, the cases of mink deaths in the region of Denmark. So those are related topics, very very important. We need to closely monitor those. But in the section of health, we also need to understand vaccination that we have done separately, and then the digital health platform. So Arogya Setu app is one of the important developments that we have seen. Similarly, a nationwide program where we are talking about CoWIN app, which would be a common integrated app for the vaccination that would be rolled out through the EVIN electronic vaccination intelligence network system. Then another important question with light of Article 370, the regions of Leh and Kargil, is the Indo-China tensions and Indo-China ties. So we need to focus on One Belt One Road initiative, the road initiative, as well as the sea route initiative. So the region, the sea route initiative through Sri Lanka, and the road initiative going through the regions of the North India, the Karakoram regions. The next is the July edition of Yojana. We talked about Atmanirbhar Bharat, or self-reliant India, the schemes and the developments and government's inflow going for the self-reliant India. Make in India, specifically in the field of defense, becomes very very important. India has significantly done commendable jobs for Make in India in defense, which we have covered in our Yojana July 2020. So just refer that. The next is Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan. All three of these space projects become important. Along with that, the January 2021 edition of Yojana focuses on India at 75. So in 2022, we would be touching 75 years of independence, and under that, space explorations, space developments have become important. DSN, which is a deep space network system, has been established. So that is again a very important development seen in India. So January Yojana 2021 edition again becomes important. Then we need to understand, in light of the pandemic, we have seen a drastic change in the education system. So two important developments. One is the new the new national education policy that we are talking about. We have covered that in 6 lectures separately, talking about different segments: school education, higher education, vocational education, and so on. So that becomes very important, a top priority from the government. The next is digital education. How digital world has changed the education scenario. So the various schemes that have been released, the various government efforts, for example, EPG Pathshala is one of the methods. InflipNet, the role of InflipNet becomes important. So those are some of the aspects that we have covered in digital education system. And then we also have the satellite education programs that are running in various states and districts. The next is waste management. Now, with the pandemic and the biomedical waste that is being generated, biomedical waste management becomes a very important topic. Similarly, plastic pollution and e-waste management, both of those are important. Under plastic pollution, we specifically focus on microplastics settling into the ocean floors, and those are affecting the marine and the ocean life significantly. Ocean is supposed to constitute nearly 80% of the biodiversity. So if that biodiversity is hit, definitely it would affect the life on the planet as well. So those are the things that we need to understand here. The next is in terms of economic developments. So economy, we need to understand first of all the post-COVID economy, which becomes a very important question for you, which we have covered in November Yojana 2020 edition. So post-COVID economy, how does it look like in case of India and global case studies? Most important, what is a black swan effect? The recessions, the type of recessions. Then we focus on rising inequalities. We have seen that there has been rising amount of malnutrition, and this is further set to rise with the pandemic, the impact of the pandemic, delay in the vaccination schedules. The healthcare would be detrimental for the newborns and those in the age group of 0 to 5 years. So rising inequalities, impact of health, impact on young infants, on the health services because of the pandemic, are some of the important topics. Then also we need to focus on India's resilience, mainly because of agriculture and pharma industry, even during the tough times of pandemic. So what are the startups that could be successful in India, and what are the projects that are actually going on? The next important issue that we need to focus on is the privatization. We are talking about FDI in most of the industries. A lot of being government units being privatized, there is FDI moving into most of the units. So FDI, foreign direct investment, privatization as one of the key impacts, and possible capitalism, the impact of capitalism on the poor. So those are some of the important aspects from economic perspective that could be part of your paper. The next important thing that we need to understand is the studies related to antibiotic resistance, or we say antimicrobial resistance. We have covered two important studies. One is the mastitis that we have covered in the January down to 2021 this time, which focuses mainly on traditional medicines for reducing the impact of antimicrobial resistance in bovine animals. The next is the amount of the painkillers going in the food chain to the vultures, and a declining population of vultures. So both of the case studies become important. The next important topic is related to water, as we said. So we talked about declining water tables in Punjab and Haryana after the Green Revolution, but the next important thing that we need to focus is providing piped water supply to each and every household in the rural and the urban areas through the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. So that is again one of the major developments that we focus on. In the Yojana September 2020 edition, we have covered the issue on ethics and integrity. Very, very important for your GS paper 4. You will get a lot of ideas and information for your GS paper 4 there. Agriculture, as we said, is one of the important topics. So refer Kurukshetra September 2020 edition, where we have talked about the latest agricultural researches and some important tips for your answer writing and case studies as well. And then one of the case studies recently came up in Down to Earth, that was related to honey adulteration. So any kind of food adulteration, FSSAI guidelines and organic foods in India become an important topic for your examination this time. Also, geoheritage, global geoparks and geoconservation projects in India are important. Zawar mines, Ramgarh crater and then you have Rayoli Fossil Park in Gujarat are some of the contestants for the position for global conservation, for line in the global conservation of geoparks. So those are some of the important topics that you must and must cover for your upcoming examination. A very good luck and have good answer writing practice. Since it's too short of time right now, the best thing you can do is include case studies, include contemporary information with your answer writing, and try to create your own answers. Do not just memorize certain good answers from some certain sources and try to jot down those as it is. Bring in your own views, own perspectives, unbiased opinion in most of the answer writing. And definitely ethics and integrity is a very, very scoring topic. We have covered case studies with different perspectives, so you can just refer the playlist on ethics which we have covered separately. Have a wonderful day ahead.